Okay, we are back again. Sorry for that, guys. I know we just started the stream, and the audio was all messed up, so I had to restart it. But welcome back. Thanks to all of you in the clan chat already. I hope you guys are excited for another stream here. I think we'll be streaming for about an hour, and it should be really fun. So, let's get right into it. Let me just put my bank pin in real quick, and we will get right into our flips again. And again, I apologize. I said this in the previous 2-minute stream, but obviously you guys couldn't hear me, so, anyway, I just wanted to say that I'm sorry I didn't get an upload out this week. I had a whole video for you guys, and it just won't upload. I think the file corrupted or something. I don't know. Something's wrong with like the processing of my videos, and it's really, putting me down. That's why I've been doing a lot of live streams recently, because it's hard for me to get out videos. But anyway, to make it up for you guys, we're going to do 2 streams this week. One today, one tomorrow at the normal time. But I decided I might want to do a little earlier stream today, so some of the people in the UK can watch without a big problem. But again, we're at 94 mil, which is outstanding. We're at 94,247,284 coins, so that is awesome. We'll take that as it is. Yeah, 2 streams, so it'll be great. Sorry, Harith, you said scuffed, and I thought like something was wrong with my audio, but I guess not here. But anyway, and we will get right into it. So I think we're going to start out with the sharks, and then do prayer potions, Zolver scales, and blood runes. Oh wait, hold on. The audio, the music isn't detecting, I guess. Again, sorry for the delay, I guess. I don't know why it doesn't want to detect the desktop audio. Sorry guys, I'm so unprepared today for you guys. I really do apologize for that. There we go. I'm going to turn it down a little bit so you're not getting, your ears deafened by it. Alright, there we go. Please let me know in the live chat if that is the, proper volume for the music, I guess. Just let me know. But anyway, let's get right into it, guys. Enough of the nonsense. I'll start out by checking the margin of the sharks, and usually the sharks are a pretty good flip. I put this in my 50 mil flipping guide video that I tried to put out to you guys, but I couldn't really, upload it for some reason, so whatever. So these are going for 950, selling for 957, so that's a 7 GP margin on the sharks, which is pretty good. We'll definitely take that. Moving on to Is that better? Oh yes, see, something's wrong with my mic where if it falls too, I have like a headset mic, and if the microphone falls too low, which it does kind of do sometimes, it stops like taking the audio. It's really weird. I need to get a new microphone, and I do plan on doing so. I just have not put the order in yet. I think I'm gonna get a what's that? The Blue Yeti, I think, is the nice one. I just want a stand-up mic so I don't have to wear a headset all the time. It really bugs me. So we're going to get a stand-up mic, and it should be all good. But anyway, that's not what you guys are here for. You guys are here for the flips. And a recent one that I've been doing is the Wines of Zamorak. And they flip really slowly, but they are really consistent. And I leave them in. What I do is when I log in, I just put an offer in for the Wine of Zamorak, and I just leave it for a long time, and I make a lot of money off of it usually. Like as you can see right now, it's a 37 GP margin, which is outstanding. Only reason I'm not going to flip it is because this is an extremely high price for the Wine of Zamorak. Usually it is in like 1,700 something, but right now it's 1,800, and it's probably going to crash soon, so I'm not going to do anything on that. But as opposed to the prayer potions, where they usually peter around 11,000, I know it's at a low point because it's at like high 10,000s. So that's how I know we're going to be safe. Yeah, Blue Yeti, dude, they're so nice. Like, one of my friends used to do a lot of YouTube stuff, and he had one, and it was like super awesome, and he really liked it. But that was a couple of years ago anyway. Anyway, since we're not doing the Wines of Zamorak, we might as well put another offer in here. And I think we're going to put it in for the air orbs, which have been really pricey recently, so I do expect they will probably come back down to normal price somewhat soon. But they have been high priced for about a couple days now, so I think it's safe to say that we can try to flip them. And if they don't work out, that's okay, but they probably will because they're kind of a safe flip. Yeah, Wines of Zamorak used to be more expensive, but they're so heavily botted that they just crash all the time, so kind of unfortunate. I guess they're back up in price, I don't know. So we'll see. The RuneScape market is never consistent, so we'll see what happens. But how are you guys doing today? Are you guys doing good? Hope you're having a fantastic day. If you have any questions about what to flip with your cash stack or anything like that, please let me know in the live chat and I'll be sure to help you out. Give me 1 second here, I'm just going to look at the YouTube stream page, and then we'll be right back into it. Okay, alright, we're back. So what, did I buy one of these? No, okay. So, the only fish is because, I don't know, I feel like we should try doing them, and if they don't work, they don't work. Monkfish are about as good as sharks, but usually they flip a little bit slower and tend to have a little bit less of a margin. But these have a good margin today, so we're going to flip those. We're going to flip the limit, which is 10k, and we'll let those sit for a while as well. Let's do a couple faster flips like the Blood Runes and these overscales and see where those take us. As I always say here on the channel, Blood Runes are an outstanding thing to flip. I always flip them and they make me a little bit of money these days. The only time I don't flip them is a time like now where there's only a 1 GP margin and it's really not worth flipping. But to replace that, maybe we'll try the Law Runes because they technically are free to play and sometimes they have a good margin, sometimes it's better than the Blood Runes, but they do flip slower than the Blood Runes, so I don't feel like you're making as much money as you can with the Blood Runes, but you can always flip both. These are only a 2 GP margin, so I don't know, let's just do them. We'll do it for the heck of it. On top of that, let's do something like Red Chins. Now, this is something that's going to take longer, but has a good margin, so could net us some serious cash. But also, red chins and chin flipping in general is a little risky because they can crash on you, which kind of stinks. But what I found with chins specifically is if it crashes or like something happens to the price and you're having trouble selling it, just leave it to where you first flipped that margin because obviously you wouldn't go in on it if it was a bad flip. And just leave it there, and it will sell within like an hour or two. So don't panic if it does crash, because you'll most likely be able to get them off for a good price anyway. Like as you can see, half of them just bought out, so that probably means they're going to crash soon. That's a little nerve-wracking, but I'm going to leave it anyway, just so I can maybe show you guys that you actually can sell them off for something at like a higher price than the margin actually says. But anyway, guys, if you're tuning into the stream, again, thank you. Please leave a like if you are enjoying. It really does help me out. And but too much of that. Let's get right back into the flips. I'm thinking we do something like... This is kind of a new one I've been doing. Papaya fruit. It's something I found recently, and it's a good item because people need it for farming, I believe. I think it's... You know how you can get people to like cut down your trees if you give them something? I think if you give them papaya fruits, they do something like that. The margin isn't super good right now, but it's also at the lowest price I've actually ever seen them, so that means it's most likely going to go back up, so it's a safe flip for us. We'll let that sit for a while as well, and let's see, we have a lot of money here to end. Maybe we'll try the Dragon Dart Tips. Dragon Dart Tips are a risky item, and I enjoy flipping them because they tend to give me a lot of rewards, and if you have patience, again, you will get a good reward from it. But they are risky, and I wouldn't recommend doing them if you don't have a ton of money. They're only a 5 GP margin, so they're probably not even worth doing. Usually you can get a like 40 GP margin on the Dragon Dart Tips, which is why it makes them so good, because they flip slowly and are risky, but it's such a good flip that, you know, if it has a good margin, you should do it. On top of that, let's see, we can do something like... Sorry about that, the mic keeps falling down. We'll try Magic Logs here. As I've said before on previous streams, with the Magic Logs, the Mahogany Logs act in a similar way and are very good as well. If you have been flipping magic logs recently, you might have noticed they are down in price a good bit from where they usually are, around 1,200. They are currently around like 1,170 to like 1,180. But yesterday I think they were like went all the way down to 1,150, which is pretty crazy. So still a good margin. We're getting 11 GP per log here, so we will put that in and we will leave it there. But anyway, guys, if you want to join me in-game, please find me in the clan chat, Syratube. You know, this is where you can find flipping tips from me or talk with other flippers about strategies and things like that to become a better flipper and a better money maker in RuneScape. So if that's something you're interested in, please join me in-game at Syratube. And by the way, we are live, clan chat, so hopefully some people come from the clan chat if they're not already here, and we can say what's up to them, and they can tell you about how the clan chat is, and, you know, if they like it or not. So anyway, guys, you guys have any flips you've been doing recently that have been working out for you guys? You know, I'm always talking about what I'm flipping, but you guys have any good flips recently? I'm interested to see what you guys are saying, and, you know, if you've had any good success recently. Maybe success with items that I've used, or maybe items that, you know, you don't want to tell me, but you've been flipping that have been making you a lot of money, because obviously I understand some people have like secret items that they want to keep because they have good margins and a lot of profit. So if you've got secret items, you don't have to tell me them, just tell me that you're using them to get massive profits. Hey dude, I've got to head to the shop. Hopefully I'll be back before we finish. Okay man, hopefully I'll still be here, but I think we're only going to go for an hour today because we will be streaming tomorrow. But I think tomorrow I might go for a longer stream, maybe 2 hours, not exactly sure. But, you know, go to the shop, hopefully you're back, whatever. Flip the Helm of Neasnot. Okay, I will flip the Helm of Neasnot in place of, let's put it in place of the, we'll leave Prayer Potions and Air Orbs in for a little bit longer, but let's do it in place of the Papaya Fruits. And guys, if you are in-game, it's better to talk in the live chat to me because it's a lot easier for me to see, but I do see down here that's Nivinab says, hey, nice stream. Thank you, man. I really do appreciate that. What time tomorrow? It will be 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know I didn't stream last Thursday, and I really do apologize for that. I couldn't get around to it. I was very busy. But this time we definitely are. Been grinding a fishing cape for a couple days. Couldn't flip. Oh, dude, you can do both at the same time. You can flip and then go fishing. But either way, let's put in those Helms of Neasnot. I've never flipped these before, so this will be an interesting one. I'm not going to do too many of them, I don't think, just because, I don't know, they kind of are more expensive, and I'm a little afraid. But while they do have a 1K margin, so that actually is pretty good, so we will definitely try to do a couple of those, and we will let it sit for a little bit here. I don't know the GE limit on them, so I'm going to check right beneath my stream here for the limit on them, because I don't want to, you know, go over the limit and not be able to recheck the margin again. Okay, so it's saying that the GE limit is 70, so we might as well do like 65 of them. How about that? Hopefully those go through and we will make some massive profits. Because we can make upwards of 65k if we can do all of these, so that's pretty good. But anyway, guys, how you doing today? I hope you're doing good. If you're enjoying the stream, please do leave a like. I really do appreciate it, and it does help me out a lot. So if you are enjoying the stream, please do like that. But anyway, if you guys have any questions about what to flip with your cash tag or anything like that, please let me know, and I will, you know, help you out and let you know some good items to flip, in my opinion, with your cash tag personally. And do you ever give out ranks in CC? I probably will, but it's kind of hard for me to tell who's who, because like when people are in the live chat, they have their YouTube names, and when they're in game, they have their in-game names, and I don't know who's who all the time, so it can get kind of tough for me to link it up. But yeah, I'll plan to give out ranks in CC. I don't know. I don't really see the point to it. I mean, I guess it's just like a higher status means, you know, you've been a fan for a while and stuff like that if you're around and I decide to give you a rank. But Harith, you've definitely been around for a while, so I definitely would give you one because you're honestly here all the time, and really do appreciate it. This is my friend, so we're going to tell him we're live because he always likes being in here. And, what's up, Arjen004? There you are, man. What's good? And back to flipping here, though. So the Helm of Neosnauts are actually buying a lot faster than I thought they would, which is pretty cool, but I think we might have a problem selling them, maybe. If we don't, though, that's going to be a really good flip, and I'm glad someone recommended me to it. On top of that, hey, what do you suggest to flip with like 800, 900k? Well, first I would recommend trying Blood Runes and Zulver Scales. On top of that, you might want to do some like safer items, just like runes in general, so Cosmic Runes and Law Runes, as well as Nature Runes. And I am in World 341, by the way, if you want to come find me in-game, so we can get a lot of people in on the mini-map here. But anyway, 800 and 900k isn't the best item to, or not the best item, I guess, the best cash stack to start with. It's not the best, but you want to start generally around with like 2 or 3 mil, in my opinion. Yeah, you can start anywhere, but 800 and 900k, it's going to be Blood Runes, Zulver Scales, and runes in general are going to be safe. On top of that, you can do, I guess, Rune Knives and Rune Arrows are also going to do you pretty good. I'm assuming you are a members player. You can tell me otherwise as well. Can you advertise a stream? Yes, but don't spam it in places, but yeah, you can advertise a stream if you'd like. Hey Chili Dog, how you doing, man? Can you make a lot of money with 1 bill on a day? I have now 100 million cash stack. You could make, you could probably make 2 to 3 mil an hour with 100 mil, possibly a little bit more if you get lucky, but besides that, you could slowly make your way to 1 bill, but it would take a while. Pretty good. The flips are pretty good as well, Chili Dog. We just got really into it, so we're still waiting for a couple things to start buying. We already had the Wrench and Champas buy, and we're trying to flip them now for like, what was it, like a 20-ish GP margin or something like that? I don't know, but they are selling slowly, so hopefully they will sell in a chunk here as well. Game Incredible, how you doing, man? How are you doing today? Hopefully you're having a good day. Glad you could make the stream, and hope you enjoy. But anyway, yeah, we're just sitting around waiting for things to flip here. I've been waiting for your live stream. Yeah, sorry, man, we weren't here last Thursday, and I do apologize for that. We were very busy, so everything's going right now. The Helm of Neosnauts are actually buying at a decent rate, which I know I said a couple of seconds ago, but that's just pretty surprising to me. These monkfish aren't really doing anything, so we're going to stop and flip another item. I'm thinking maybe the Amethyst Arrows. A viewer recommended this to me, and it's done me really good so far, so we're definitely going to keep flipping those because they've made me a lot of money. And if you don't flip the Amethyst Arrows and you have like around a 2-3 mil cash stack, I would recommend it. I would at least try looking at it, and if it looks like a good item for you, try it out. I'll try to flip some on stream and maybe, you know, show you the success I can have with it, but we'll see. Anyway, the chins are selling, so that is a plus here, and looks like we are making a good amount of money off them. We bought them for 17.12, and we're selling them for 17.49 or 17.39, excuse me. So they are going to all sell, it looks like, and we'll make a good amount of profits off that. Let's see, it should net us about, I don't know, 100-something K. The chins always have good margins, but the limit is so small, really. Like, obviously it costs 11 mil to flip the whole thing, but the limit on the chins is still pretty small. Like, if the limit was 10K every 4 hours, you can make a serious, like, load of money off chins, but it's not, so unfortunately we can't make as much as we'd like to. The prayer potions are slowly buying. I might recheck the margin because it seems like they're coming in really slowly, so it's not concerning because it means they probably went up in price, but we'll just let it sit for a little bit longer and hope we can get a few more in here. But how's it going today, everyone? How's everyone doing? Hopefully you're having an awesome day. Please leave a like if you are enjoying the stream. It does help me out. It really helps me out a ton. You'd be surprised how much a simple click can help me out. And yeah, if you're enjoying, you want more content like this, please do tune in for future streams by hitting that subscribe button. It really does, give you the content right away, and you won't miss it if you subscribe. So I've got about 11 mil right now. Do you recommend me becoming pay to play? I'm going to have to buy a bond, which does leave me with about 8 to 9 mil. Game Incredible, that's a good question. If I were you, I would buy a bond and then flip with the 8 to 9 mil while doing other money makers in game. I don't know if you've been a member before and you have member stats or anything like that, but maybe you could do Slayer monsters like Wyverns or Gargoyles while you're flipping items. But on top of that, I guess, yeah, I think it would be worth it at this point because you're going to have 8 to 9 mil to flip with left over to make money with, and flipping members items with 8 to 9 mil, you could definitely make a mil, you could make up the bond, excuse me, in like 3 days probably, flipping similar items to what I'm flipping right now. So I would say it's worth it for you to get members, because on top of that, you could fletch as well. As you said, you have 68 fletching, and fletch while you flip, and you'll definitely make that bond back in no time, and I think it'll be worth it for you to get members. So get members if you think it's worth it for you. I mean, having 11 mil and free to play, I definitely would recommend getting a bond, especially since they're pretty cheap right now. So but anyway, how's everyone doing today? Hopefully you're having a good day. I know I'm pretty quiet today. I'm a little tired, but we're getting through it. And, I couldn't just not stream today, so Jordan asks, what's the safest type of flip while training skills where you aren't at the GE very often? Expensive items or high quantity items? Jordan, that is a great question. It is definitely high quantity items. Now, it's going to be your items like Amethyst Arrows, Air Orbs, Chins are also great, Wines of Zamorak are great, Magic Logs are great. It's going to be those ones that are high quantity, but they flip slowly and have kind of bigger margins. Like I said earlier, the Magic Logs have a like 10 GP margin right now, but as you can see, they're buying really slowly, so this would give me enough time to go do a Wyverns run and come back, and by the time that I get back from the Wyverns, this would probably be done, and I could start selling them and stuff like that. So it would be, optimal. You want to flip with, I can't, how do I get rid of that? Whatever. Either way, yeah, it's going to be those flips that take longer to fulfill, but are still high quantity, just generally because they are pretty safe. And Red Chins came through here, so it looks like we made a bit more than I thought. We made about 250k, yeah, so that was really fast, really good money there, guys. So if you want to flip Chins in game right now, I would recommend doing so. Definitely check the margin again, though, just to be safe, but they are looking like they are doing pretty well, so. Hey bro, great series. I've been struggling to flip and only have 2 mil in the bank. Do you have any suggestions for right now? Sure, man. Just because you gave me a nice comment about the series, I'll help you out, man. Just kidding. I'll help anyone out that wants to, message me in the live chat here. But either way, 2 mil, that's a great point to start with, in my opinion. You're going to want to flip items like rune boots, rune knives, rune arrows, like ammunition pretty much for range. And on top of that, you're going to want to flip kind of runes like blood runes, law runes, nature runes, and cosmic runes. All 4 of them do really excellent. If you're looking to make maybe bigger margins, possibly for a little bit slower flips, maybe a little bit riskier flips, you can try out the Brine Saber or some dragon weapons such as the Dragon Axe or the Dragon Battle Axe and the Dragon Dagger possibly. So I know I threw a lot at you, but maybe that's not the end of the world. I mean, I would try to flip safer items first, like ammunition and runes, and then maybe once you get more comfortable with that, move on to items such like the Brine Saber and dragon weapons. But But anyway, guys, if you're just tuning into the stream, welcome to the stream. Please leave a like if you are enjoying. It really does help me out a lot. And yeah, welcome to the stream, guys. And if you have any questions about what to flip with your cash stack or anything like that, please let me know in the live chat, and I'll be sure to help you out. Anyway, guys, we have another open slot here, so we might as well go ahead and flip something. I'm thinking we flip something like the... You know, it's kind of hard for me to decide, but I think I'm going to do diamond bolts. Now, these are a new item, enchanted, of course, a new item I've been flipping recently, and the margins can be really good sometimes, especially on off-peak hours. We're kind of on off-peak hours, I'd say. We're getting in towards peak hours, so items will probably be on the rise soon. But anyway, we have a 9 GP margin on this, so the limit is, I believe, 7k every 4 hours for the darts, so we'll leave that buy offer in, and we'll sit and get to the live chat here. Can I flip tinder boxes? Not successfully, I don't think, but maybe. Hey Sierra, thanks for the content. What is your stance on overcutting? So here's the deal. If an item is traded a lot, you really don't have to overcut or undercut anybody. Reason being is so many people are buying and selling the same item that it doesn't matter if you undercut or overcut, because there's so many transactions going down that the price will fluctuate like in a tiny bit up and down a lot. So there's really no reason you need to overcut or undercut anybody. But on bigger items such as like a Dragon Hunter crossbow or an Elder Maul or anything that has a bigger margin, you kind of want to undercut or overcut people by a couple coins, but not too much, because if you do it too much, you could crash the item for yourself, and you really don't want to do that, because you could incite panic and people could sell. So don't overcut too much, but maybe by a little bit, or undercut by a little bit as well, just because if you undercut or overcut, you're just shrinking the margins, really, so there's really no point in doing that. You're just making less money. But so high quantity items, you don't want to overcut or undercut, but you know, more valuable items that have bigger margins, you do slightly want to overcut and undercut. So keep that in mind and try to flip with that mentality. Appreciate your openness, bro. A lot of people in the game so secretive with flipping. Yes, I know, that's so true. I mean, of course I have my secret items, but I don't really... All the items I show on stream are items I use all the time, so not really secretive about that. I will say I do have a couple secret items that I don't flip on stream because they're like risky flips, like high margin items, but if you've seen my 6 items with great margins video, then you've kind of already seen a lot of those items. I mean, I have like a couple more besides that I haven't said, but you know, that pretty much gives them all away. Garrett says, hey man, I appreciate your streaming to help everyone. Was curious what you'd recommend for all of us free-to-play people who are trying to earn a bond. Like, say for players who only have like 200k, thanks man. Of course, dude. So, if you only have 200k in free-to-play, obviously that's a really hard spot to be in, but if you see my video on how to make 40 to 80k a day doing nothing, like without even logging in, I would recommend watching that. It is a simple flip with fire runes and feathers that is super effective. Pretty much what you do is you list feathers for 2 GP and fire runes for 4 GP because they sell in the Grand Exchange for 5 GP. And if you do that, then over time those offers will fulfill and you can just sell them for 1 GP margin. Now, obviously that's not a lot, but it's really nice because it's literally just free money and the margin's never going to move, so you're very safe. Thank you, Chili Dog, for linking that in the chat. Sorry, my microphone keeps getting all weird here, but anyway, if you just give me 1 second here, I am going to take a sip of water, and just give me 1 second. Okay, we are back, and hopefully you guys didn't miss me too much. Harith, man, you're always giving me a hard time for drinking the water. Any good items to flip with 10 mil? Arcane Spirit Shield? Definitely don't flip the Arcane Spirit Shield with 10 mil. You probably couldn't even flip one with 10 mil. Aren't they like 80 something mil? But before I get to that, what about grapes? I got a 24 GP margin today on them. 13k grapes for over 300k profit. Yeah, I flip grapes every day, and we're gonna flip those in a minute, I'm sure here. Grapes are an awesome flip, and I definitely recommend those. I think grapes are free to play as well, right, guys? I think we talked about this last time. If they are free to play, I would definitely recommend flipping those too. Any good items to flip with 10 mil? My 10 mil flipping guide is pretty useful for that, but on top of that, some good items. Amethyst arrows are excellent. Magic logs, excellent. And prayer potions you definitely should be doing. And on top of that, sharks are great as well. Really, those 4 items in here that I have been flipping are excellent. On top of that, though, if you want to flip a little bit of riskier items, you could possibly think of maybe doing like some gilded 2-hand swords. I think they're around 2 or 3 mil. So that can make you some decent profits if you have the patience and are worth going for something a little bit riskier. How do I know how much to buy per item? Well, that kind of depends on your cash stack, but if you're looking to find that limit, you could check on GE Tracker. That's the best way to do it. So getracker.com gives you the buying limits and selling limits, or not selling limits. There's no selling limit. Excuse me, guys. Just gives you the buy limit of an item every 4 hours in the game. So if you're trying to max out on one, that would be the place to check how many you can buy. But my thoughts on GE Tracker. I really like GE Tracker. I think it's something that's really useful. I use it when I flip like bigger margin items that are riskier because it tells you a price without having to price check yourself. But for high quantity items and stuff, you might as well just manually check the margin because it's more effective and it only costs a couple of coins. Hey, if we try these now, will it ruin profit for you? No, it won't. Just because, again, high volume items, it doesn't really matter if multiple people are trading at different prices because your offers will get fulfilled anyway. So definitely, if you guys can try these items too, I mean, I prefer if you didn't overcut me because that would really mess me up. But I mean, I'm sure some people will. But either way, it would definitely help out a lot if you. I mean, I want you guys to flip these items, to be honest. I want you guys to learn, flip these items, make profits off them, so we can all get richer in RuneScape together, because that's what my channel is all about, is making money, so. If you undercut, you're basically cutting in line, Jason. Yep, that's pretty much right. Hey, Syratube. You call me Syratube? Man. Anyway, I hope you meant Syratube, but either way, can you recommend something to flip with 2 mil? Yeah, man, try Adamant Darts and Mithril Darts. They're super safe flip for... Did you guys hear that? I'm sorry. I should have muted it. Either way, yeah, I totally lost track. Blood Runes and, I don't even remember what I was saying before. Blood Runes, Zolver Scales, and on top of that, if you want something riskier for 2 mil, besides the Adamant Darts and the Mithril Darts, you could try maybe those Brian Sabers. Again, like I said before, those are really good. Yeah, bought a bond for 2.6 mil. Yeah, they're super cheap right now. The other day they were like 2.5 mil as well, so that was incredible to see. But anyway, guys, if you're tuning into the stream, welcome to the stream. Please leave a like if you are enjoying. It really does help me out a lot. I'm here streaming sometimes upwards of twice a week, so, you know, that's a lot for me. But either way, a like, that's all I ask for. It really does help me out. So these diamond bolts, they tend to take a long time to sell, so if you are flipping diamond bolts, do not be afraid, because they will go, it's just very, very slowly. Anyway, all of our helmets and knee is not bought, so let's buy one more to make sure the price hasn't moved too much here, and we'll try to flip those. Am I messing something out? Like, knee is... Okay, there we go. It's neat. I always think it's knee is not. I think it's... But it's knee it's not. don't deep throat your mic. Is it too loud, guys, or is it too quiet, or is it like really close to my face? If so, I'm sorry. Is it better down here? I don't know. Please let me know. So anyway, the Helms of Neasnot were selling for 35k on the dot. So for these, I'm going to undercut by 1 because they are a little less traded. So for 1 under and see how that goes. You in college? Yes, I am in college. Did you not do the quest? No, I did the quest. I don't read the quest stories and things like that. Jason asks, sorry I'm new to flipping. Your voice does sound familiar though. Do you have another YouTube channel? No, I don't have another YouTube channel. Also, can you explain under and overcutting? Yeah, sure. So, it might be better if I actually do an example of it. So I might do that in a minute here, but I'll just try to explain it verbally as best as I can. Either way, so if you're flipping an item and you check the margin, so let's say I buy a blood rune and I buy it for 205, sell it for 207. That means it's a 2 GP margin for the buy price 205 and the sell price 207. If I want those items faster, other people flipping the item for 205, I could say, oh, let me buy it for 206 and then sell it for 207 because the Grand Exchange automatically fills offers that are higher. So, for example, if you list something for, you want to buy blood runes for 206 even though they're worth 205 at the low, you're going to buy those 206 even if people are selling them for the low because they're grabbing those for a higher price, and then since it's only a 1 GP margin, since you're buying for 206, selling for 207, you're making less money. But you're kind of guaranteeing yourself something that's safer because you're buying for a higher price than those other people below you, so you can make some profits off that. I wouldn't recommend it though, like I said, for high quantity items, but only do it for like riskier, bigger margin items as well. I would flip, but I lost 70 mil at the duel arena. Now I'm cleaned. Oh man, dude, I'm so sorry, dude. That's the problem. The duel arena, it just cleans you out right away. I'll explain in a minute. As soon as I get a free slot, I'll show you undercutting and overcutting in a little bit more depth, just to, you know, really clear it up. But until we have an open slot, we can't do that. What do you study in college? I study information management and technology, so it's pretty much IT, so like networks and cybersecurity. He studies how to merge. That'd be hilarious. I wish, dude. Emre asks, is it a good idea to flip with different items to make more profits? Yes, it definitely would be. Right now, I'd be flipping both high quantity and the bigger risky items if I could, but I don't want to like flip risky items on stream, like bigger margin items, since people could undercut me and overcut me and use me for profits from my listings, so I don't want to do that. Do you study economy? I do not study economy. It's not even my minor, so... I wish I did, though, because I've taken microeconomics and macroeconomics, and I really enjoyed them. I don't really know what to fletch now with my level. What should I fletch? Level 63, not 68. You know what? I'll give you a look, man, just to see what you can fletch here. Well, you're definitely going to want to do bows. Oh, you're not 70, so you can't do yew longbows. Oh, but you can do maple longbows, which are actually profitable still, so I would recommend fletching maple longbows until you get 70, and then fletching yew longbows. That would be the most profitable way to do it. Anyway, these prayer potions are getting pretty stale, so we're going to find the new price. My microphone keeps falling. It's so annoying. Anyway, prayer potions... Okay, so they're selling for 10,874, so that looks like we're going to get about a little over 100 GP, like 120 GP on each of these, so that's going to be really nice for us. Obviously, we didn't get that many of them, but, you know, we're going to take what we can get here. So I'm not going to undercut here because this item's kind of traded a lot, and I'm pretty sure they're going to sell for that, so no really need to undercut on this situation. Damn, that's what's up. You sound like a smart dude, bro. Thanks, man. You know what? I'll take that as a compliment, I guess. But anyway, if you guys are tuning into the stream now, welcome to the stream. If you have any questions about what to flip with your cash stack or anything like that, please let me know in the live chat and I'll help you out. What state am I in? I'm not going to tell you, but I am in the USA. We all know we aren't that rich to undercut those high-risk flips. I mean, you never know. But I should really put out videos on that, because the problem is I put so much time into a video, that 50 mil flipping guide that I try to get out to you guys, and it is corrupt, like, or something like that, because I can't upload it. So I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to try to mess with it a little bit more and see if I can get it out for you guys, because I spent literally hours on that. So, like, many hours. What is your total cash stack? Right now, I think we started the stream with 94 mil. It was like 94.2 mil, I think. So, anyway, we got those prayer potions, so that's a nice profit right there. But before we keep going, we're going to show a demonstration of undercutting and overcutting on the Grand Exchange. So, I'm going to do, like, some item that's sold a lot, I guess, or something. Maybe I'll do it with blood runes. How about that? So, let's check it one more time to make sure we're getting the right prices here, and then I'll give an example of undercutting and overcutting. So, as you can see, the blood runes are going to buy for us for their low price for 213, and they're going to sell for 224. So, basically, overcutting and undercutting would be, since they're buying for 213, I can say, oh, let me buy them for 214 because they're going to buy faster. So, buying for 214, leave it in for a minute. And see, it's going to start fulfilling before everyone else that has a 213 listing, because it wants to give the seller more money. So since I'm buying for 214, it wants to fulfill me first. So you guys kind of get the point of that, I'm sure. So see how fast those were filling in. That's kind of the point of it. So now it says they were selling for 224. Well, we're going to sell them for 223 because people that are buying these items for a high price, they're going to get this fulfilled first, because we're selling for a lower price than most people are, since the margin is 224 and we're selling for 223. Looking forward to the 50 mil vid. I'm going to try so hard to get it out to you, man, I promise. Hey, you're amazing. Really enjoy your content. Thank you so much, Gaming Incredible. Really appreciate the good words from you, man. But if anyone else is enjoying the content, please leave a like on the stream. It's crazy how simple click can help me out so much and really make the big difference for me. So thank you. Thanks, that cleared it up. I'm glad I could help you out, man. But I actually don't think the real margin is this, but I don't think they're actually selling for 224. I think we got a weird margin. I don't know why. Let's see. Yeah, 215. So, I mean, that's like a perfect world example right there, but either way. Like, you can't really undercut because the margin's only 2 GP on this one, so we're just going to sell it for the regular price. Looks like all of our law runes almost bought those, so that is a good sign here. I'm actually going to cash them out early, cash them outside, get it? But either way, I think that we're going for, I actually don't remember, to be honest. So let's just list one for, let's see here, 230, really? Only making 1 GP on those? Okay, well, I guess the margin went down a little bit from, I think it was 231 before. So someone might be undercutting, and that might be the reason. So we're going to try to sell for 231 as well. And before I look back at the live chat, guys, let's put one more item in. We're going to do the mahogany logs. These are just like the magical logs, really good. Limit is 10k every 4 hours, and hopefully the margin is good for us. It does look like they are a little more expensive than they usually are, though, so we might be at risk of a crash, but you know what? The risk is worth the reward, in my opinion. So anyway, oh, see, those sold for 231, and as you can see, we checked the margin before, and it was 230 right here, and we were greedy, and we pushed it for 231, and it sold. So someone was undercutting, and we still beat him out, so that's a good sign. So actually, let's do one more before I answer some questions in the live chat here. Don't exactly know what to do here. I'm going to try rune darts. These are a pretty good flip, but they are kind of risky. They crash, and oh, that's way too expensive. Usually these are like around 900 to 1k each, so when you see prices that are like way out of the price zone, like for example over 1,000 and you know, like 1.1k, I know that item's going to crash soon within the day, and I don't want to be there when it crashes, so we're not going to flip that. Is there, like, I wonder if fire orbs flip well. I've never really tried them. I really only do the air orbs, so we will try the fire orbs, and maybe we'll get lucky and something good will happen. Maybe get a big margin on that. It looks like they're going for 20 GP each, so, I mean, we'll do the same, like the air orbs, and list about 10, I think the 4-hour limit is 10k, so we'll just leave that. Auto-logged in RS feels bad, man. I've never been auto-logged, thank goodness, because that would make me very mad. I'm currently farming up for a bond. I'm a free-to-play player. Been playing for 2 days now, got myself 500k-ish. Dude, that's really awesome, man. Be sure to tune into these streams. Maybe you can find some good items to flip. And maybe just to help you out, I can give you some right now. Cosmic runes and doing the fire rune, feather rune flip that I've been talking about. You know, making 40 to 80k in a day. Doing nothing is going to be something you really want to practice and try out, because that's free money right there and free to play. And you don't want to be missing out on that. I don't get it. I only get 1 to 7 GP margins. Well, anything over a 1 GP margin I think is worth flipping, to be honest. So you might want to try flipping it, because if it's only a 2 GP margin, that usually means the item is at a really safe point, and you can flip it pretty easily. For high volume items, dead plan, that's generally... Oh, sorry, I thought that was a question or you know, a statement or something. But thanks for helping out, dude, David. Thank you. Rise, welcome back, dude. I'm still here, man. So you made it back from the shop in time. So, welcome back to the stream, and as you can see, we've got some flips going through here, and they seem to be going pretty well, to be honest. They're actually... Everything's buying really slowly, though. So, I'm going to recheck some stuff. These were going for 957, but I feel like they might be going for more. Let's see. If these insta-sell, we'll know that they were going for more. Yep, so they were going for more. Not too disappointed in that, though, because there weren't that many of them, so... Is flipping old school bonds a good idea? I think it is. I'm actually probably about to merch a couple bonds myself. I think I might buy like 4 bonds and hold on to them until they get to 3 mil again and cash them out. Because bonds are really cheap right now, so you might want to try investing into them. Again, obviously, I don't know how much money you have or anything like that, so please, before you just start buying bonds to try to flip them, make sure it is a safe risk for you to take and it's not your whole bank worth. You know what I mean? So... I've been turning pie dishes into pie shells and tanning cow hides. That's a really good way to make some bank, yeah. Especially in free-to-play. That's a really great way. How long have you been on, brah? I think that was meant for me, but I've only been on for, I don't know, an hour. As soon as I got on, I started streaming, so 47 minutes to be exact. Really good stuff. Enjoying the vid. Thank you, man. How long does it take for bonds to rise? It'll take months. It'll take like 2 months, probably, for bonds to go back up. My guess is once the school year starts and kids start going back to school, less people will be playing RS and bond price will go back up, so... Anyway, let's get another item in here. I'm going to pull up my master flipping list that I have and see if there's any good items here for me. Oh, you know what we can do, guys? We can do grapes. We haven't done those yet. Grapes are a really good flip. Hopefully we can get a good margin on them here. And they look like they are on the cheaper end right now, so this is maybe definitely something we want to go in on. Actually, no, they're only 1 GP margin, so we're not going to flip those right now. Mana rays sometimes have decent margins. Okay, you know what? We'll try them. Because usually a lot of the items we do here are pretty repetitive, so I don't know. If anyone has any suggestions for me to flip, I will try to flip them for you. Like the Helm of Neosnots were a suggestion, and we're making 1k off each of them, so that's not too bad. Yeah, so the mana rays have like a decent margin here, about, what is it, 16, so that's pretty awesome, so we'll flip a bunch of those. I'm going to assume the limit is probably 10k, but to be safe, I'll do 7k of them. Just because it's an item I don't know yet exactly, so, you know, want to be on the safe side. Try cook karambwan, and you spelled it right, by the way. I will try, yeah, cooked karambwan are actually very good. I talked about them last stream, I think. They tend to hike up in price really fast and things like that, but you can make decent profits off of that, of course. I'm having trouble with these diamond bolts, so we're going to recheck the margin on them. 467. So we still are making money off them, just not nearly as much. I figured they probably went down in price a little bit. Don't remember what we bought for. It doesn't really matter. I know we're still making. I think we bought for 460. So I will definitely actually let's do the Karam ones because I know that's a safe flip. So they're so cheap right now. It's crazy because of that new update. So really kind of ruining it. Hopefully they don't ruin the flip though. So it looks like it's a 10 GP margin, which is actually really bad for column ones, but it'll probably go up as we, you know, keep flipping here. So the way you think about flipping is where I want to be. You got to start thinking outside the box. Well, I don't think I think that much outside of the box. Excuse me. The way I learned to flip was watching other flippers like Small EXP Lamp and Flipping Old School. They're really good flippers that make great content. If you guys haven't checked them out on YouTube already, I highly would recommend it. They do showcase a lot of good items and showcase how to flip a lot of stuff. And a big tip that I have for people is when you flip and you watch other people flip, when they find a good item or something like that, try it out yourself, and if it works out for you and it's a good item for you, write it down on like a flipping list, and every time you flip, just open it, because that's what I do. And you know, if I ever I'm like, shoot, what do I flip next? I just go to my list, and there's a bunch of items for me there. So, anyone still recommend monk robes? I've never flipped monk robes, actually. The reason I stay away from items like that, it's probably a good free-to-play item, but I stay away from them personally because you can only buy so many every 4 hours that and usually the margin's only like 500, 600 GP or something. So, to me, I don't make enough money off of that to really want to do them. For the amount of time it takes, but if you're free to play, it might be a good item. I honestly have never done it before. I kind of do like free to play merching sometimes on alt accounts, so I'll merch items like the colored gloves. I find are really good. So if you put a buy offer in for those colored gloves at a pretty low price and just leave it for a couple days, it'll eventually fulfill, and then you can sell them for a higher price most of the time. Maybe I'll do a free to play flipping stream at some point for all of our free to play viewers. If that's something you guys are interested in. Yeah, so, Jason, the thing is, OS Buddy might be saying that, but OS Buddy and, like, GE Tracker and stuff like that are a little bit behind. This is generally what I do. Keep in mind the OS Buddy price, but if it's a high quantity item, just manually check the margin yourself, because you're only losing like upwards of 20 GP at the most to check the item if the margin's 20 GP, which you can make up for if you flip a bunch of it. So no problem in that. Make your free-to-play stream a challenge. Begin with a new account. That'd be awesome. Actually, what do you think about me maybe doing a very long stream, like maybe like an 8-hour stream where I start with a brand new account and see how much money I can make by the end of the stream? If that's something you guys would be interested in, please let me know, because I think that would be something like really fun to do on a live stream with you guys, so you guys can maybe recommend me methods and things like that, and I can try them out and see which ones are good, and then do my classic flips and see how much money we can make. I'm an RS3 scrub. Well, RS3 flipping is still flipping. Actually, you make a lot more money flipping on RS3, even though I don't flip on RS3, but you can make a lot more money on RS3 flipping than you can on old school. That's a fun fact. I would be very interested in a free-to-play flipping guide to help buy a bond or just to get wealthier. I actually have a free-to-play flipping guide, Garrett. If you look on my channel, I don't know exactly the name of it, but I think it's one of my beginner guides to flipping or something like that. You know what? I can private message you the link to it after the live stream if you want. Just reach out to me. But anyway, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, please do leave a like. It helps me out a lot. And if you have any questions about what to flip, if you're cash tag or anything like that, really, please let me know in the live chat, and I'll be sure to help you out. Anyway, these magic logs are really giving me a headache down here, so let's try to find the margin on them again. Actually, we can just... No, we'll buy one, sell one. Why not? So yeah, they looks like they moved up in price a teensy bit. So I don't know what happened to the margin really. I'm gonna list for 1,175 because that was just a weird check right there, and I don't know. I just felt like they're probably not really going for that, so we're just gonna try to sell them for that much. I would be watching all day, dude. That's awesome to hear. Maybe I'll do that. What about a like and a sub? I mean, obviously both are very appreciated, but obviously subscribe if you want more content like this. We are streaming sometimes twice a week, guys, so that's really awesome, and it just means a lot for you guys to be here supporting me right now. Like, you know, it means a lot to me, and I really enjoy you guys, you know, coming in here, asking questions, and, you know, all of us collaborating together to learn how to flip and, you know, make some serious bank. Alright, I made 40k with 10k adamant darts so far. It will take a long time to get a good amount, or am I doing something wrong? Well, that's actually, if you think about it, 40k from a flip is not bad, especially depending on your cash stack. I mean, like, with a 2 mil cash stack and you flip adamant darts like that and make 40k, that's pretty good. But I guess dead plan, what you want to be doing is, instead of investing all your money in one flip, you want to invest into multiple flips. So while you're flipping adamant darts, you want to be flipping mithril darts, you want to be flipping, you know, any, like, blood runes, Zulver scales. You want to be flipping all the items, even if it's in smaller quantities, because all those different, I guess, margins are going to make you, well, first of all, they're going to be safer, because you're spreading out your risk, which is generally safer while you're flipping. And second of all, it's better because you'll make more money that way, and you won't hit limits and things like that as easily, so I would recommend doing it that way. What's good to flip with a small cash stack, sub 1 mil? Again, you're going to want to flip really safe things and do other things in game to make money, so flip things like cosmic runes, law runes, blood runes maybe, adamant darts, mithril darts, ammunition such as rune arrows, iron knives, rune knives. I found they're all really good ammunitions to flip, and cannonballs as well will do a very good, I guess, will be a very good flip for you. Just flip really safe items and flip a lot of those safe items. That's the only way to do it. Fun fact how I came here. I just clicked extendedly on RuneScape. Just clicked accidentally on a RuneScape below a video and saw you live and checked you out. You are active with your chat and I like it. Keep it up. Sorry, I cannot read. Anyway, dude, thanks. I'm glad you enjoyed the content and you came here by accident, and you know you turned out liking it, so that's a plus for me, right? But thanks for joining the fam, dude, and we're glad to have you. Jason, hey, let's say you buy an item and check the margin, but the one high price item that you bought when you checked the margin was only listed at the high price and the rest are cheaper. At the high price, then the rest are cheaper. Well, the thing is, when you check the margin, Jason, what's going to happen is it's going to give you the lowest margin. So let's say if someone's buying for 205, like I said with the blood runes before, someone's buying for 205, and then the margin is 205, 207, like 207 is the high price, 205 is the low price. If someone's buying for 205 and then selling for 206, let's say, when you check the margin, it's going to say buy for 205, sell for 206. It's going to tell you the lowest margin that's available, because that is like kind of what the person's undercutting, so it's going to show you their margin instead. So you'll always know if someone's undercutting, I guess, or you can, because if you check a margin and then you check it again and it changed by, like, goes down one or something like that, you know someone else is competing with you. So that's kind of when it becomes a problem. I came here because I saw my homepage recommendations, so that's pretty good. I guess I'm ending up on people's homepages. That's a plus. I'm up there with, like, Keemstar and Scarce, you know, how they always pop up on your home screens. I mean, they're always on my home screen, I don't know. I usually try and flip overnight. Any tips on that? Can I use larger margins? You can use larger margins, but I would pretty much do, like, high volume items and just lowball them. You could do bigger items, but it's going to be a lot riskier because what tends to happen is you'll buy in my experience, flipping big items overnight, they just tend to crash on you unless you have extreme patience and are like, you'll wait a week to flip an item. I guess some tips for that though would be like checking the shark margin or any item you want to flip overnight, and then lowballing it beneath the buy and sell price. And just hoping it buys. When you're flipping overnight, you're just hoping something buys for a really low price, so you can sell it for a higher price in the morning. Looks like our Diamond Bolts E are starting to sell. Looks like we haven't made any progress on the helmets of Knot in a while, but they're going there. And Mahogany Logs slowly coming in. Fire Wars and Cook Crumbons really haven't done anything much. Magic Logs, I don't know what they're doing. I'll probably just leave them till after the stream to sell. But anyway, there was a lot of activity in the live chat here, so I want to get to that. Do you use a website like MerchZ? No. I don't use any merching websites besides GTracker. That's the only one I use to sometimes check margins on like higher priced items, but that's really it. Looks like our Diamond Bolts E sold here for $467. I think we bought them for $460 or $461. So we're making like 5 to or 6 to 7 on each of those there, so that's really good for us. Let's try and, well, those air orbs, or the fire orbs are slowly coming in, so we'll leave those. The Crumbon are as well, so we'll just try flipping another item here. Maybe I'll check the grapes again, because that seems like a really weird price, and just kind of like, I don't know, hopefully it's still not there for that 1 GP margin. Now they're at 350, possibly. 345, 350. I'm not going to flip that. Probably is going to crash soon. Last time I flipped grapes at that price, they did crash, so we're going to avoid that. Maybe we'll flip battle stabs. These usually only have like a 5 to 6 GP margin, but they flip really fast, so there's really no reason not to do them. But you kind of need a lot more money to flip these. Oh wow, so the margin is actually a lot better than I thought it would be, so we'll definitely go in on that. Again, you don't need to overcut or undercut here. Because there's so many of these being traded, so you don't have to worry about that. Anyway, let's get into the chat here. Got here from the homepage too, sub to you. Dude, thank you so much for the sub, man. Really do appreciate it. I'm glad you're going to be here for the upcoming streams, and, glad to have you, man. So, these Magic Logs just sold too. I was greedy and listed them for a higher price than the margin was, and it looks like we got lucky there, and they fulfilled. So, that is a plus. On top of that, let's put another item in here. We're going to do the oak planks. These are a good item. They buy and sell pretty quickly, and the margin is like 4 to 5 GP at times. So sometimes it'll be lower, but usually you don't flip them if they're lower. So that's a really good margin for these things, although they are at a pretty high price, so hopefully we can fulfill these. Oh, don't want to do that many there. Well, hopefully we can just flip them. That's what I'm hoping for, because when items get to a high price, I get skeptical about flipping them. If you buy a lot of an item, if you buy a lot of an item, excuse me, I'm just having such a hard time. The live chat is like kind of small, so it's hard for me to read because I'm trying to fit everything on my screen. So, if you buy a lot of an item, will the item rise up in price because you bought a lot of them? Now, it's kind of hard to say. It depends how often the item is traded to really have an effect on it. So, let's say, for example, you had a lot of money, and you had a lot of accounts that had membership, just perfect world example, guys, and you bought 200 Elder Malls or something like that. Well, yeah, the price of the Elder Mall is going to go up, because you just bought 200 of an item that's really not traded that much, so you just took a lot out of, like, circulation, pretty much, because you're going to hold on to them, so price is going to go up because people aren't going to have them, and people are going to want them, so they're going to jack up the price, and price will just slowly rise. That's like a lot of what merching is like holding items like in mass quantity until they go up, and then dumping them to crash the market and things like that. But anyway, yeah, for items like oak planks or like things that are traded a bunch, like air orbs and things like that, buying a bunch of them really isn't going to make the price go up. Not that, I mean, it will, but not to a significant impact, really. So, high quantity items, no. Riskier items, depends. Depends how many you can get, I guess. What are your thoughts on RS Mobile? I'm really excited for RS Mobile. I don't know if I'll ever do anything in real life again, honestly, without playing RuneScape. No, but all jokes aside, really am excited for RS Mobile, just because I'll be able to check my flips anywhere I want now, so I'll actually be able to make more money, which is nice, instead of saying, oh, I have to be out for the day, so hopefully these will sell for this price while I'm gone. Instead, midday, I can be like, oh, let me relist this because it's starting to go down in price a little bit. Best thing to fletch for money, last time I did 10k maple logs. I think the best thing to fletch is U logs. Into U longbows, I think that's the best one. You can buy about 26k of grapes overnight for about 335 to 345 and sell them overnight for from 360 to 368. Well, there you go. Game Incredible has got a great tip for everyone. If you heard that in the live chat and from me, that is great. I can't wait for you to have Super Chat. Dude, I want Super Chat so bad, but not even like to starting donations and anything like that. I just think like having Super Chat is super cool. Like people pop up at the top with their names and stuff like that, and like seeing it is pretty cool. Subbed seemed like a great channel with good info. Tim, thank you so much, man. I really do try to help people out here, and my channel is all about money making, but mostly money making through flipping. Heads up, chat, just made 50k on cannonballs in 2 minutes. Buy at 190, sell at 196. Yeah, definitely, if you guys find some good flips, definitely let us know in the live chat, the flips and things like that. And where did our music go, guys? There we go. Start it up again. Anyway, cannonballs are a great flip because they literally flip in like 2 minutes, and they're super fast. Probably the fastest flip on the Grand Exchange, to be honest. Up there with Blood Runes, but either way, they can just make you so much money. So anyway, these battle staffs came through finally, and we're going to sell them for 8,706, just like we found before. Battle staffs are going down in price a lot, I don't know why. Anyway, our quick Karambans are finally starting to make progress, as well as our fire orbs, but I think our air orbs have pretty much stopped. Amethyst arrows have only made small progress. Our mahogany logs have pretty much come through, so that's a good sign. I'm afraid they came through kind of fast, so I'm afraid they're going to start crashing. So I'm going to list for 1 coin under, I think, just to make sure we get them off in time. Hey, I just checked Battle Staff. They showed up at 1 GP margin. Okay, I'm going to leave them to sell anyway, just because Battle Staff price fluctuates so much. So these will probably sell. I'm not too worried about it. Even if it said there was like 1 GP margin, let's be greedy and try to sell them anyway. Play the Rude Sandstorm. No, I'm not going to play that. So when flipping, you are just waiting for someone to sell something instantly, right? Pretty much, yeah. You're waiting for someone to just say, oh, I don't want my mahogany logs anymore. I'm going to sell them for a low price because I want to sell them fast. Pretty much when you flip, you're paying for convenience. So, for example, let's say I want to train prayer, like right now. I'm going to buy dragon bones for a higher price because it's convenient for me because I'll get them right away so I can go train it right away. If I wanted to save money, I could say, oh, I want to train prayer in 4 hours. Let me put in an offer to buy dragon bones at the low price and see how many will buy. So, one tip I guess I have about flipping in general, guys, is if you're trying to sell an item before you log off for a couple hours or something like that, and it's like not selling, don't get scared that if it crashed or anything like that, because even if it did crash, just sell it at the price you were going to and just leave it, because most likely within those couple hours it's going to sell. If it doesn't, then when you get back you might have a bigger loss, but it's worth the risk, in my opinion, to try to sell them for a profit than it is, you know, a downer to accept a little bit of a loss. I think would be really awesome, guys, is like flipping with like another YouTuber or something like that, like on a live stream or either like a co-op video, like a big YouTuber like Small XP Lamp or, you know, flipping old school. But that's just like a YouTube dream of mine. So I think we're going to start wrapping stuff up in the stream here in the next like 10 minutes or so. So hopefully stuff starts to make progress, but let's get all of our sell offers in here as well, guys. Let's check the fire orb margin again, because it's been a while since we've done that. 1245 is what they are selling for, so that is a good amount of profit for us. That's about the same as it was last time we checked it. Air orbs we're going to check again as well. If I was playing longer, I would leave these in to buy longer. Another pro tip I have is every time you log off, don't leave any buy offers in for any, like, unless it's like it's a low buy offer and you're trying to buy something for really cheap. But if you're trying to flip something, don't log off and like just pretend you're gonna get away with flipping it, because most of the time the price will change a lot and usually you lose money. So these are selling for 1,248, so we'll let those go and hopefully they sell here. Yeah, so hopefully those will go for us. What did we buy for? That's way down there. We're never going to find that, boys. Anyway, Helm of Neosnots kind of stopped selling, unfortunately. So we're going to check that in a second here. Mahogany Logs definitely moved, and I shouldn't have done those. I should have known a little bit better. Hopefully they still are going to make us profit. Yep, that's about what I thought. We're going to be greedy and try to sell them for 505 each. What do you plan on doing after the stream? I'm probably going to log off RuneScape, to be honest, guys. I'm going to go for a run, I think, and get some exercise in. Kind of been inside all day, and I want to go do some exercise. Geez, dude, this is what happens when I stream for a long time. I start stumbling on my words, guys. But anyway, Game Incredible, I'd love to collab, but I'm not near as good as you. Dude, don't even say that, man. Send me a private message, and maybe we can collab on a video, dude. That would be awesome, and be something I'm totally interested in. Good stream. Thank you, man. Deadplan asks how long you're planning to stream today. I'm going to wrap it up in about 10 minutes here, but we're going to be streaming tomorrow, Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to make that stream, that's usually our big stream, and the stream everyone looks forward to. So definitely tune in for that one. Anyway, let's get these amethyst arrows cranking out here. I think we can check the margin again, because they were doing us excellent, even though we didn't get that many. 219, that's going to be a lot of money. HEP per, so that's pretty nice. See, mahogany logs are selling for 505 each. Thank goodness. Cooked karambwans are, let's see here. I think they were going for 780. 780, I think? Yeah, so we'll put that in there. But before I get to the live chat again, guys, let me just actually let's put these oak planks first. Then I'm gonna send a poll to you guys. I'm curious to see some of your guys' opinions on maybe some upcoming stuff. $483. We're gonna undercut by 1. I didn't really mean to, but I guess we're going to. Okay, well, we'll leave that in there. So the Neosnots are selling, so that's actually good. But everything's on the sell right now, so we'll leave that to it, and we'll get to the live chat here. The Real Nocturne asks, hey Syratube, I am a semi-novice OSRS player. I have about 400k. I play free-to-play right now, and I want to ask you which is the fastest, easiest way to get, like, a mil. So, I'm not a free-to-play player. Nocturne, I think is how you say your name. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I'm not a free-to-play player, but if you've seen my making 40 to 80k from doing nothing video, then that would probably be the best way I could recommend to get some easy money without having to even log on, to be honest. So, in that video, I kind of explain how to do it, but I'll do a quick explanation. So, pretty much you want to buy fire runes for, what is it? I think they go for 4 GP, and then you want to sell them for 5 GP. So you just put in a 4 fire runes for 4 GP each, and you just let that buy out, and then you sell them when they come in for 5 GP each, and that can make you like 40 to 80k a day for free, like literally not doing anything. So I would definitely recommend doing that. That's a lot of free money to be had, and honestly, like, you gotta take advantage of that in free-to-play, especially if you want to work your way towards the bond. Looks like the oak planks sold, so those actually went really fast, so that was a lot of free money right there, even though it was around, like, 25k or something like that. Not a ton, but free money nonetheless. Our karambwans came through as well, even though we didn't get that many off, but Again, that's fine. Would an offer that has been on longer sell faster? Okay, Tim, that's a good question. So, how the Grand Exchange works is, let's say I'm selling one air orb for 1,000, and someone's selling an air orb for 1,001. My offer is going to get filled first for the buyer because it's lower. But if two people are listing at the same price, so let's say two people are listing to sell an air orb for 1,000 each, the person that put the offer in first will get fulfilled before the second person. So yes, if you leave something in longer, it does get priority, but only in that price range. Garrett said he subbed, gonna give room flipping a go. We'll give you a heads up on how that goes. Might make a vid on it too. Please PM me that video if you make it. I'd be very interested to see your progress and stuff like that. But anyway, dude, I'm glad that you could you know, take some of my tips and, you know, you enjoyed it and you're going to sub for more content. That is awesome. But anyway, guys, if you're tuning in now, please leave a like if you enjoy the stream. It really does help me out a lot. Subscribe if you do want more content like this, more streams like this. You know, you don't want to miss any streams or anything like that. Subscribing is the best way to not miss anything. Anyway, dude, I totally forget what I was going to poll, dude. Which is ridiculous, but maybe it'll come back to me in a minute. What will you do when you hit 1 million subs? I'll never hit 1 million subs, so I don't know. I don't have any plans for that. But I mean, we've been getting a lot of hype on the channel recently, a lot of subscribers, and that's been amazing. So definitely something big for 1K subscribers. So keep your eyes out for that. Probably a live stream with a drop party. Maybe I'll drop a lot of good stuff. It'll be free to play, so you know, free to play can go to there too. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking like 10 mil drop party and like give away 2 bonds or something like that for 1K. I think that's pretty reasonable. You should make a quick video on how the Grand Exchange works. Yeah, I totally could. Definitely could make a video on that. It would be a little hard. It will take me a little bit of time to put it together, but if that's something you want to see, I'd definitely be down for that. Will the guy that was first always get the sell until the stock is gone? I believe so. I think that's how it works. I'm gonna say yes. So but that's only if people are listing for the same price. Then the longest offer gets priority. That's only if that's the only way it works. So if you put like, let's say Adam and Arrow, you bought one for like 70 and you listed it for like 120, I don't know, something way out of the price range, and it eventually moved there, well, yours is going to be the first one since it's probably been there for years. Oh, flips with 10 mil. Got it. I did answer your question earlier, but maybe you didn't really hear me. Either way, flips with 10 mil. You can go watch my 10 mil flipping guide if you want, but if you want something besides that, it looks like these helms of Neasnot did really good, so you might want to try those out. On top of that, sharks and prayer potions are going to be your main ones here. Obviously, I'm sure you've heard that before because I have been, you know, emphasizing it a lot, and you're here for a lot of the streams, so, but prayer potions and sharks are really good. On top of that, you're going to want to do magic logs, but don't do all the magic logs because that will cost your whole stack. Obviously, you know Zolver Scales and Blood Runes since I advocate those a lot here on the channel. On top of that, Brine Sabers as well are very good to flip. If you don't have, like, if you have under 10 mil, Brine Sabers are great. On top of that, you might want to flip a couple Fury Amulets and Berserker Amulets. But we're going to be wrapping up here soon in a minute, guys. So if you have any final questions, please let me know. And Rise, we'll see you tomorrow, man. It's good to see you, man. You're always here for the streams, and I really appreciate your support. See you tomorrow. But anyway, guys, if you have any final questions, please let me know. Please leave a like if you did enjoy the stream. Really do appreciate you guys being here, you know, trying to find some items with me, learning how to flip. You know, it's a really good environment we have going, and, you know, I really look forward to streaming for you guys. These battle stabs aren't selling, which is a little concerning, so I'm just going to check the margin again. I don't plan to move my sell offer because I'm sure it will get fulfilled again, so I'm not too concerned. Yeah, it went down, they did crash a little bit, but let's see, what do we buy for? So we can make 2 GP off of them, but I say we just sell for 8705. We'll go 1 under. Even when someone is selling like 100k items. Yeah, even if someone's selling 100k items. Definitely the oldest offer gets priority. It'll, like, let's say if someone puts a buy offer in for 200k air runes, and they put the price at 6, and you have a listing at 6, and yours has been in there for, I don't know, 2 months or something, even if you only have 10, it's going to sell those 10 first, and then it's going to find runes from somewhere else to pull out. Because it's the oldest offer definitely gets fulfilled first. So it looks by undercutting by 1, we were able to get those battle stats off like instantly, so I don't know what's going on there, guys. Jason asks, what's a good way to check margins on expensive items without losing too much? That is a great question. That's when I use GE Tracker. If you haven't used GE Tracker before, it's a great way to check margins on, really expensive items. I will send the link for GE Tracker in the chat right now if you want to try it out, and it's really nice, and the free version works just as well as the paid version in my opinion, so. Alright, let me answer these final questions here. My mic keeps falling down, I'm sorry. Any suggestions on low volume trading? Some items I really like are the Brine Saber. Like I said before, that's great if you don't have a ton of money. So, on top of that, low volume trading, I don't know how much money you're working with, Daniel, but I flip things like Armadyl Crossbow, Dragon Hunter Crossbow. I'm flipping Spectrals now, which is really cool. On top of that, I'm flipping things such as the Bandos Tassus and Bandos Chestplates are doing me really good, as well as Master Wands. Those are items that are like lower volume that I like trading. If you're looking for something like with huge profits, lower volume, you could consider doing the Ring of Coins, Ring of Nature, and possibly Gilded Boots if you're interested in that. My sharks have half sold. Should I be concerned? I brought, or I'm assuming you sold 100 so far. I wouldn't be too concerned, but yeah, it would help if we knew how much you were selling them for, so I could tell you, what the margin is and if that looks like it's going to go up or down. Just because I have a lot of experience flipping that stuff. I'm sure other people can help you out too, but I wouldn't be. You might want to take your offer out and recheck it. And if it moved down a lot, I would just keep it at the original listing. But if it's only like 1 GP or something, you might as well just sell for a little bit lower to get it off quicker and flip other items. Can you loan me 1 bill? I cannot. I don't even have 1 bill, dude. Hopefully we'll get to 100 mil soon. That'll be a great experience. But anyway, guys, if you want to find me in-game, you can join me in my clan chat at Syratube, just like my YouTube name here. This is where you can find me in-game, find flipping tips and stuff like that, and really connect with me if you want to find me in-game, besides the live chat on the stream, obviously. Here's the clan now, and obviously there's some brutal chat going on, but yeah. Anyway, guys, I think we're going to wrap up the stream here. I'm glad you guys, came out here and supported me. I really do appreciate it. Leave a like if you did enjoy the stream. It does help me out a ton, guys. You don't even understand how much a simple click can do for me. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow, Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have an awesome day.